up with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like a passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was late.
Today, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington,
Michael Dixon to kick off for
it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess.
Rodgers pass.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Well, for the Seahawks and Packers, the two winningest teams in the NFC during the decade that just wrapped up. And during that decade, Seattle 2 Super Bowl wins. The Packers had 1. And these two, of course, they met in the playoffs a season ago as well. And it was the Packers behind 2 touchdowns each from Devontae Adams.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Now here are the Seahawks in great shape to start their first drive. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Smith on the stop.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 23.
A give. This is Chubb. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Get ready.
Now it's Jackson being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll run with Chubb, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Packers' 9-yard line.
They'll try again with Chubb. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Again, the ball carrier.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
The kickoff for
the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
12, Aaron.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for Devin.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
First down.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat.
Rodgers pass. Complete to Devin.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And 9 at the 28-yard line.
Rodgers to throw once more. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Aaron Jones.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. On the seat.
Rodgers again now. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
a 24-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. They run again on first down. Chubb. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Sliding out of the pocket. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined left. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. They find some open field here. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
makes it
from the 21 and 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they had scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
brings up
maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This is caught by Malik Turner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Packers. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there.
39-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
He was brought down at the 20.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Rodgers to throw. Slant to Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Patterson on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run for it. Chubb. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Jackson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. 2-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets them up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage right now on this drive.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd down and goal. Jackson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Chubb, as the first half is winding down. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the back. Happened there.
He got into the end zone. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 20.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
We have hit halftime. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now, the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now Chubb on 1st down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And again, it's Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Good for a Seahawks.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Packers' 34-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he gets it down to the 32.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the snap. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now Chubb. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to keep it here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Nick Chubb, and that's good.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Play leads to 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Is good.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time. They're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Then he gets it to Funchess complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Rodgers. They'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterback
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Packers 10.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, Wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Oh, and now some space that way. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd 7. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. 16 yards, a first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They get it to Funchess on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Seahawks 11-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers get a score closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made
run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. If someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll find Aguara complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Rodgers now on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Rodgers pass.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter. In the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
DK Metcalf.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
First down.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. We own it.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On first down, Rodgers. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
It's third down and goal.
From the gun, Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Complete to number 17.
Davante Adams. His third touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
The 2-point conversion.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
DK Metcalf, incomplete. He was covered by Jair.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on a 10. Now we on top once again.